Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so we can continue to bring you the latest news, and together we can work with our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and at the same time expose the terrorist activities and lies of the Nigerian government to the whole world. The Nigerian government, Cries as a world leader, calls for support to disintegrate Nigeria. The Nigerian government are under serious pressure to meet the world leader timeline. They gave them a timeline and some threshold to meet, and that has made the Nigerian government to force the southern governors to reconvene for the second time in a week to come up with strategies that they can use to deceive the world leaders that the Southerners, including Biafrans, do not want Nigeria to be disintegrated or are against the disintegration of Nigeria. They are lying. The situation got worse after our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, asked Biafrans home and abroad to rally round and support Fada Mbaka, and over 75 million Biafrans heeded to that call, and the world leaders saw it and they told the Nigerian government that based on that massive support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu received, they now know that he's a true leader and they have no other option than to initiate or start the process to initiate the disintegration of Nigeria as they did to Sudan some years back. The Nigerian government are now in disarray and they believe that Fada Mbaka's utterances and support for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got them into this big trouble with the world leaders. According to Nigerian Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, he was crying while expressing his sadness that after all they did for Fada Mbaka, he disappointed the Nigerian government by supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is their nightmare. And, he's the one calling for Nigerian breakup. The National Assembly Senate chamber were forced to call back all their members for an emergency closed-door meetings to discuss the next line of action with the heads of all Nigerian security agencies to find a way out of this great problem that Nigeria is currently facing, because as it seems, the world leaders are now agreeing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Nigerian breakup as a way to bring lasting peace in Nigeria. Also, there are plans by the National Assembly House of Representative members to summon Buhari's presidency over failure to convince the international community about the unity of Nigeria after they have allegedly stolen oil licenses, which they sold to their cronies, and they use the money to pay online mobs to voice a false impression that Nigeria is better united than being disintegrated. All these their lies the international and the world leaders are seeing. The northern governors are meeting on a daily basis, and that was why they sent their delegates, the Sokoto governor, Aminu Tambuwali, to visit Cross River State in order to persuade the South governors to help them convince their people to support Fulanis and not support Biafrans. But they lie because everyone has seen their lies. Also, the Fulani emirs and traditional rulers have been asked by their leader, the Sultan of Sokoto, to start praying against the breakup of Nigeria after they have exhausted all their strategies to do so, all in vain. All their strategies were in vain. The Nigerian government is reaching out to Christian and socio-cultural and southern traditional rulers and leaders for help, as the deadline given to them by various world leaders to show concrete evidence that Nigerians are against the disintegration of Nigeria. You know, they are all liars. They are all big time liars, and they will never succeed because they can never get a concrete evidence, because everyone in Nigeria is tired of one Nigeria. The Nigerian government, you know, they are just lying, and they will never get what they want. The chief proponent of one Nigeria understands that there is nothing called one Nigeria. To the southern Efulefus, it is an opportunity to enrich and empower themselves, while for the Fulanis, it is the only opportunity for them to build a Fulani country using the sweat and wealth of other non-Fulani tribes, either legally or illegally, under the guise of patriotism and humanity. The southern and middle belt tribes are treacherous and are always used by the Fulanis to fight against each other. The Fulani believes that they are Arabs, descendants, and they do and will never consider Southerners or Middle Belt as equal. So they look down on Southerners and Middle Belt. The former Nigerian president, Olusegun Obasanjo, well respected by the Fulanis because he helps to keep the Fulanis in power, was used by the Nigerian government to claim and deceive the whole world that the call for disintegration of Nigeria is unmindful and insensitive to the minority tribes in Nigeria. The Fulani believes that Obasanjo's word carries so much weight internationally and that he would be able to help them propagate the Fulani narratives and make the world leader change their mind. But they are all lying. The Fulani also use Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who they believe have the listening ears of the Yoruba tribe, to echo their narrative to the world and deceive them that all Yorubas are in support of one Nigeria. But that is another big lie. The Fulanis have also used some strategies, for the southeast and the south-south region. They use the same strategy, but the world leaders are no longer moved by the Fulani lies and have decided to believe Mazin Nnamdi Kanu's story. The world leaders, according to one of their spokespersons, said that they have noted the trend, They have noted the trend. Anytime the Fulanis are in power, they usually do not want to hand over power, especially to Biafrans. For example, in 1983, they organized a military coup to prevent Alex Ekweme from taking over from Shehu Shagari. In another instance, they frustrated Alex Ekweme the second time in 1999, and they handed over power to their stooge, Olusegun Obasanjo. And now in 2023, they are planning to stay in power forever. The world leaders have told the Nigerian government since 2015 to restructure Nigeria, but the Fulani refused. The Fulani deceived the world leader by inserting restructuring in APC's manifesto, and that was why they received the world leader's support. When the pressure on restructuring grew so much, the Fulani asked the Fulani governor, Nasiru El-Rufai, governor of Kaduna State, to form a committee on restructuring in 2018, and that report from that committee was thrown into the garbage. They used that to deceive many Nigerians and gain support for Buhari's second term in office. The Janjaweed Fulanis are masters of deceit, chaos and anarchy, and they understand how to use them to control and further their interests. They are united in crimes and good deeds. They know when to sue for peace and crush their enemies, as they are currently doing. They are currently doing that, and it's working for them. The Fulani use the Middle Belt generals to launch a counter coup against the Igbo-dominated First Republic so as to consolidate on their grip on other non-Fulani tribes. All political and civil service, judiciary, government agencies, and security agencies are filled and headed by quota system Fulanis, whereas Biafrans and Southern youths with first-class degrees are in cyber cafe looking for scholarship opportunities to flee from the fraud called Nigeria. All political and civil service are headed by them. The Fulanis are hell-bent in creating pure Fulani local governments for foreign Fulanis all over Biafran land and southern Nigeria so as to destroy the internal ethnic cohesion of the South, as they have succeeded and successfully done in Kaduna State, in Plateau State and Taraba State and other north-central states. To achieve this, their agenda, the northern border are now more open for foreign Fulanis, and they have, started or opened a Fulani radio from the Nigerian treasury in an heterogeneous country like Nigeria. Thousands of Biafrans, Southerners, and Middle Belters have been wiped out by the ongoing Fulani genocide, and not a single Fulani has been arrested or prosecuted. The Fulani understand that Southern politicians or political elites thinks along party line, while their Fulani counterpart thinks along ethnic lines. And Fulani knows how to use Southern political elites' weakness with ruthless wisdom and advantage. That is how the Fulanis operate. My brothers and my sisters, OBJ expressing worry over what will become of the minority tribe if Biafra and Yoruba nation disintegrates from Nigeria, as being selfish and not sufficiently caring for the minority tribe is a very big lie from the pit of hell, and it supports the Fulani deception. The minority tribe, the thieves, the Jukun, the Gwaris, the Nupes, the Biram, I can mention on and on, have long been under annihilation. The Fulani slave master who see them as conquered tribe. Come to think of it, the USSR suffered the same fate before it disintegrated. Therefore, Nigeria's case won't be an exception. A band of barbaric Fulanis can't continue to lord it over Biafrans. So all those Efulefus who have seen these facts that we have mentioned and are still shouting one Nigeria under the present fraudulent 1999 constitution need to be shot at sight, because they are a danger to humanity and Biafran race. Thank you for watching my video. Please watch out for the next, and bye-bye for now.